Okay, I think we've gotten things back online. I don't know why. I really don't understand. There is something that happens with my internet on Fridays or on this exact time every time. It screws with the stream and it's so frustrating. If I knew what it was, I'd just get rid of it. I'd just undo the setting that's caused it to happen. But all I can do is pray that it won't happen again. So let us resume where we were previously, shall we? Do I like pigeons? It depends. So like, if they're decently well trained, then sure. But like, if you put me in a square just filled to the brim with pigeons, I'd be like, no, hell no. So all depends on the situation. Okay. As we were. So let's see. We have Anorith and Lilip here, both rock types, both fossil Pokemon. Fitting here, all things considered. Yeah, Metal Claw is going to be the best option here, and then just do Shadow Wave to get some good damage on both of them. Yeah, that's right. Keep going after Spheal. All right, there's 1 and 2. We're getting at least some decent damage in, but we do need to still be careful. Now the emote wall should still be working. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Anyway, let's do Metal Claw on Lilip and then Shadow Wave on both again. Ryan, I'm sorry about that. The stream had temporarily disconnected, so I had to make new live events. So if you just go to my channel properly, there should be new running live streams, but it's not the original link that I had posted in the Discord server. So sorry about that. Again, I don't know why it happens, but weirdness happens during this particular time of day. It just decides to randomly disconnect. So apologies for that, but it should be working now. Oh, Cupfu leveled up. All right, Cupfu wants to learn Fury Swipes. What does it have? No. Yeah. Do not learn Fury Swipes. Fury Swipes is not good in this game. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, they're both working at this point. Hit the live button, the giant sword with your face. Screen says black for 2 minutes. Loading a VOD of the last stream. You try refreshing it. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I pulled up my phone, it's working. Maybe not. Maybe refresh my page and then not click my live deal. Go to like the actual like live tab. All I want to do is work on my research. Don't disturb me, please. All right, fine. I won't disturb you. You, however, will disturb me. Oh, who's wandering around here? Screen is black here. I don't. Right? I mean, I don't know. No, I need nothing. I mean boy. Well, that's not helpful. Let me check here. Oh, yeah, we'll deal with technical issues that time. Well, I mean, I don't want to go for another 2 hours and not address this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. So, like, on my computer, I'm showing, like, it shows that the encoder is live and working. I mean, it's set, like, it's showing the stream on my end. Let me just double check. View my channel. Yeah, no, I pull it up on my computer. It works fine. So, at that, I mean, I've troubleshot this as best I can. It seems to be working. As Pokemon, a laughing emote going for you. Ha. Well, Uberdan, I gotta tell you, we've just experienced some major technical problems. Stream seemed to have disconnected, but it seems like we've bounced back for the most part. And the view count's certainly going up now, if nothing else. Appreciate all the people coming in. All right, Spinarak is up next, and guess what, folks? It's a Shadow Pokemon. Unfortunately, much like Ladybus, Spinarak is not particularly great. It is a little better in this generation, arguably, because all... Oh, is it working now, Ryan? Is it a precious spider, though? It is. It do be a precious spider. I will give it that. Okay, I'm confident that water gun will not be a problem. Nope. Yeah, I mean, it's working here, though. And again, like, I've checked YouTube on both my computer and on my phone. Like, it's working in every regard. The live encoder indicates that it's all working here. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, field do be in reverse mode. So let's lick. Well, no, let's lick Shuppet, get it off the field. It's gonna be a nuisance. Am I 40? No. Not 40. Just because I have a deep voice that I use on occasions. Her users have an issue lately due to their anti-ad block shenanigans. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. It's just weird, like, the timing, because like when the hiccups happen, it's always on the same day, same time. So there's got to be some common factor I can with it, but for the life of me, I can't figure it out. Oh boy! Wow. Cupfoo's out. Mayhaps we shall regroup. Are you Gen X? No. So I fall in the very might be it. I was on mobile before you got there. Ah, well, there we go. So, let me see here. So, I fall under, like, the category of what people colloquially refer to as a Z-lennial. So, I'm late 90s. So I would not call myself properly Gen Z. I am definitely more of a millennial than I am Gen Z, to be sure. But yeah, I'm absolutely objectively not Gen X. Not a chance. Okay. It reminds me of Pokemon Ranger. Okay. Alright, you're a neural Gen Z. Alright, if you say so. How does this remind you of Pokemon Ranger? I'm not quite, I'm just genuinely curious. Okay, Pokeball, one more time. And we'll do another water gun. 2000s and up Gen Z are weird. Yeah. I agree. They got messed up by the pandemic. I just happen to get out of the ill effects at the right time. I shouldn't have come out. Well, you shouldn't say that about yourself. Always be honest with who you are. We're accepting here. And we got to revive. Okay, I need a heal. If nothing else, Cub Fu got knocked out. So I need those quickly. The heck is a snag ball? Ah, so you are not properly informed. So in this game, there are not wild Pokemon. Instead, what you are dealing with are trainers that have Shadow Pokemon, and so you use the snag machine that I have on my arm to convert Pokeballs into a special type of ball that enable you to steal Shadow Pokemon from the bad guys. And when a Pokeball is converted like that, it becomes a snag ball. Oh, Spheal can I be purified? Okay, well, I need to address that. Oh, Cupfu got another item. Great Ball. That's actually nice because we don't. That's actually really nice because we don't have access to Great Balls right now. Otherwise, because Great Balls are not going to be made available in the shops for a while. So the fact that we got a Great Ball from pickup is actually really convenient. All right, let's see here. Agate. All right, let's head back to here. Once we get to the point where we have the Purify Chamber made available, it'll be a lot less annoying to have to keep coming back here manually. But for the time being, we're just going to purify our boy. Show us your pet. You can ask that as many times as you want. I still don't have a pet. There's no pet to show. Years back, I placed a ROM hack. I forgot which one. Where at one point, you get a single snag ball that lets you catch range Pokemon. I used it to snag level 120 legendaries by the evil professor. Oh, that's awesome. Spheal can remove Charm. Worth pointing out that Charm is not normally available to Spheal. Charm is only available to Spheal in this game. Please adopt one. Tell you what, buddy. Here's the deal. In about a month, I'm getting myself a house, and once I get the house, I gotta rework my finances. So I don't think right now it's time to get a pet. Cats are sweet, they say. They say. That's what Paige always tries to get me to. Like, she wants me to get a cat so bad, but it's like I'm a dog person. I like dogs. Dogs give unconditional love, and they're great. What to What to name this field? Y'all got any suggestions? Get both with a bird. I'm not getting a bird. Let's see. Call Pokemon round. Okay, we can call it round, but long term it ain't gonna stay round. It'll be substantially less spherical. We have round and spherica. I'm gonna call it round for now. Uber Dan, I do appreciate your suggestion, however, spherica or spherical. But you have also contributed a substantial number of nicknames to my ongoing Heart Gold Let's Play. Plug, plug. So I'm going to let other people in the individual chats give their suggestions. Not that I want to discourage you at all. If you want to give suggestions, by all means. You can still give them, and there is a chance I will end up using them. And I appreciate it regardless. Okay. Back to Cipher. Back to the lab. Back into the fray. Okay. We're doing pretty well here. That's fair. I do suggest people here give the HQ playthrough a watch. Yeah, you should do what Uber Dan says. You should give my Heart Gold Let's Play a watch. We just released a new episode today where I am rematching some of the Elite Four members after getting the 16th badge. And if rematches don't interest you, Lois already just subscribed. Thank you very much, Lois. Appreciate ya. Good to see that my notifications are working again. Guess I gave the system the kick it needed. All right, C dot. All right, now we're back where we were before. It's very weird, the juxtaposition of where we're kind of moving from, considering... Oh, here we go. Please, Professor Crane, when will you tell me about your purification study? I do so want to know. That will let me power up my XD001. I so made it myself. Don't you think that would be fabulous? You've got to be joking. I would never cooperate with people like you. Oh, but why? I so don't get it. Why would you refuse an offer so wonderful as this? I don't care how often you repeat yourself. I have no intention of helping your Shadow Pokemon plan. Artificially slamming shut the hearts of Pokemon, it's inexcusable. Put a stop to it immediately. Oh, you are so mean and closed-minded. You won't even try to understand how marvelous it is to help my XD001. Naps! Yes, Sister Lavrina. This is so all your fault. Professor Crane is oh so cross because you were so rude when you invited him here. You can't be serious. Listen to the man already. He's been saying all along that he won't help our Shadow Pokemon plan. I can't hear you. The plan is perfect. XD001's condition was off by just a little tiny bit. Being off by just a tiny little bit is enough to make it drop a ship. And would you look at the uproar? Naps! It is so all your fault that what happened. Every tiny little bit. So, you so do something about it. I'm more of a fa guy, but I understand the word so. Naps, was it? You have my sympathy. What a nightmare it is to be. It must be to have someone like her as your boss. You put a lid on it. When it comes right down to it, it's so all your fault. Darn it! I'm becoming more like her. Come on, help us with XD001. First, we need to talk. I'll teach you why it's such a bad mistake to create Shadow Pokemon. Also suggest people here join the Discord where I'm documenting my playthrough Pokemon Jam Festival occasionally. Precious Spider. Yes, absolutely join the Discord server. More people come in it, the better we can make it. And generally, the more fun it can be when we all communicate with each other and show off what we're doing in life. Did you come here knowing that this is Cipher's lab? It doesn't matter now. Since you know that we're here, we're not about to let you go free. Yeah, what did you tell to the 6 people you threw at me and did nothing? I feel like that's a more prudent use of your time. Alright, Solox, Ralts, and Voltorb. Pretty sure none of these are Shadow Pokemon. Though there will be Shadow versions of these guys later on. Alright, return. Oh, and see, I got Bullet Seed. Ooh, okay. Voltorb, I was trying to use Sonic Boom. That's actually a bit of a problem because that will take out half their HP at the immediate moment. So we need to deal with these guys quickly. And Ralts is using Double Team. At least we were able to deal with Ralts. I'm pretty sure Shadow Wave can't miss, so this should work out all right. Bagon. I wish it was a Shadow Pokemon. God, it'd be nice to have a Shadow Bagon. You kidding me? Okay, good. It's using Screech. Okay, not remotely optimal, but that's okay. Return! Shadow Wave. Let's do this. Return and Shadow Wave again. Speaking of Sonic Boom, did you know that with the right steps in Pokemon Fire Leaf Green, you can break the trainer tower in half with Sonic Boom? Yes, I am aware. So I believe the process you're referring to is I'm using that trade on Cinnabar Island to get an extremely low-level Electrode. Which would, you would then take the Pokemon Tower, and if you use that as your only Pokemon, while keeping it extremely low level, all the opposing Pokemon that you face would be at a comparably low level, and therefore they would have low HP, and you can easily mow through the entire area with Sonic Boom. Oh, there we go. Now that's something I can work with, actually. Okay, Namel. That may be that'd be fun to play with. Yep, that's the one. It's pretty funny, to be honest. Yeah, it is. It's a hilarious oversight. So Namel is our next Pokemon here. Namel's, like I was saying, it's actually a pretty decent mon. There are a lot of Pokemon, especially like as Gen 3 they're introduced then, that like struggle because they are either trying to be a physical attacker when they only have special attacks, or a special attacker when they're meant to be physical, but Namel doesn't really have this problem at all. Because it'll ultimately have 100 in both attack and special attack. So it can be powerful with anything. Only genuine problem is that Namel is slow. Like, it is annoyingly slow, but if you're willing to look past that, it's worth it. Alright, we'll do Lick and Bullet Seed. And see that weird tongue. Oh god! Critical hit Lick! No! Oh boy. Oh! Kupu hanging on! The Hoenn special. Well, that's not helpful. Okay. Let's do Lick one more time, and then I'm willing to throw a Pokeball here. Namel, as I recall, Namel's pretty high catch rate, so I don't think it should be too difficult. Namel's pretty cool. I was shiny, able to re-upload Pokemon Brick Bronze. You got another split, terrible HP or speed. Oh my god. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Let's go, baby. Okay. Try one more time. Oh, right. We can do Bullet Seed again. Yeah, so you can't, just so we're clear, you cannot throw 2 snack balls in a row. That's too overpowered. There we go. Nimel has been caught. Alright, Solox has been taken care of. Calm down, please, and then leave quietly. Alright, Nimel's been sent to the PC. Very nice. Yeah, we need to switch things out. I think. Okay, no, there's an elevator right here I can use to get to another healing area if I recall. So let me switch Kubfu out and put Luxord back in. This is probably the only game where a fight like Justy could be balanced or be allowed to happen. Bro, you right. You right. Okay. So this is actually really funny. So we're gonna heal right here. Get fully restored. All nice. But here's the funny thing. Okay. So you see that item box over there, and you're thinking, oh, that's nice. So what happens if I approach it? Hold it! If you want to pop open that chest, you have to beat me first. Yeah, we have an entirely optional battle here. Sire P on Digor. Not Digger. Digor, specifically. Uh-oh. That may be a problem. Okay, let's get Abra off the field. Oh god, this guy's actually got pretty decent stuff here. Secret power. What? Okay. Okay, I thought I was gonna hit Sita, that's why I was freaking out. But either way, Ice Punch? Okay, that was not optimal at all. That is ridiculous. Let's do let's do Return of them and then Shadow Wave them both. Does Thunder Punch too? That's actually really good in this game because the elemental punches are special attacks. Well, Seedot's on the team for now. I'm not certain if I'm going to keep Seedot around. But Seedot is here for now. Alright, that takes care of Abra. Just so we're clear, this trainer does not have any Shadow Pokemon. This is strictly for additional grinding, essentially. Alright, Bullet Seed, go. Oh. What is with these Pokemon? Like, Feebas has, like, breeding moves. Like, because Feebas can't normally learn Light Screen by a level up or TM. You gotta breed that onto Feebas. What's with this guy? It's like, it's got Elemental Punch at, Abra and then Light Screen Feebas? What is this moveset? Alright, that was 3 times. Like, this Feebas is cracked, my guy. Okay. Feebas using Tackle. That did nothing. That did not a thing. and will yield an equally insignificant amount of EXP. It actually did allow a couple people to level up, though. Wow, that does a lot. Maybe because it wasn't cut in half? It is worth acknowledging that when you are doing double battles, any move that hits 2 Pokemon at the same time, assuming it does hit 2 Pokemon, does divide the damage in half. So you're not just doubling the amount of power you have when you hit twice. All right, there we go. Okay, now then, since we're right next to a healing machine, no sense in not doing that. Okay. Yep, I think we've gotten past bad. So now, not here if I remember correctly. Okay, well, if a move hits both opponents and your ally, like Earthquake, is the damage she'll split. Let's double check that. Several different moves may be specific for double, so if it held hand, some such Surf can have noticeably different effects. Generation 3. In Gen 3, if there's more than one target, moves that hit both foes, but not moves that hit all Pokemon in the field, such as Earthquake, have their damage reduced by 50%. In subsequent games, if there's more than one target, any move that can hit multiple Pokemon has its damage reduced by 25%. Okay, so I believe damage is halved in this game. But not Earthquake, because it's all targets in that case. Why bite, though? Like, certainly Snow-White's got an ice move. It must have Icy Wind. Ow. Ow. Come on. Can't ever get more than the bare minimum on Bullet Seed. I did not mean to do double on flippin' Snow-Rot. I love when Metal Claw is used. It does that. It explains why no Surf then. It'd be pretty OP on Vaporeon. That's the weird thing. Because, like, a good viable strategy... A good viable strategy when it comes to, like, this particular game is using Surf. Because in Gen 3, it doesn't hit every target. It just hits the opposing targets. But Vaporeon has no way of learning Surf in this game. Surf HM does not exist as an item. And Vaporeon does not naturally learn Surf. So, not actually a viable strategy. It's brutal because of the mechanics that would nerf the fight in later games. Oh, good to see that you're operating well on YouTube, Ryan. Guess it's working again. HMs don't exist. The only HM you'd actually want. Yeah, so any Pokemon that is in this game that naturally comes with Surf. Oh, you're not. Still Black Scrape. Okay, well, I don't know what to say. It's up and running on every device I've checked it on. It's nice. It's nice to have one test spot's delayed to type on the other. Yep, it sure is. Okay. Anyway, actually, really not good for C dot. I mean, it's got Shadow Wave, so we should be okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's working. Anyway, Shadow Wave, go! Let's see. Return, Shadow Wave again. Oh. Whoops. Let's go Luxord. I'm gonna force my hand here. Oh no, it's the Forbidden One. God, the side profile Whalmer is very creepy. Need to get this off the field immediately. As in, not the last we will be seeing of Whalmer. Nice, double level up for my party. All right, there we go. How dare you? I mean, really? There we go. No Shadow Pokemon to snag, unfortunately, but hey. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that for a second because I need to get Sia back in the fray. That was not the correct elevator. That's straight up the wrong elevator. What's up, Ryder? Okay. Yeah, we have a solid looking team here so far. Here we are. Ether. Pretty sure that restores 10 power points. Always worth it. Alright, let's deal with these R&D idiots. Have you heard? Prototype XD001's final adjustments are behind schedule at headquarters. If they can get Crane to give up the details about his purification study, all XD001's problems should be solved in one fell swoop. I think so too, but he sounds quite obstinate and tight-lipped about the whole thing. I've heard Lavrina's getting incensed. Incensed? Is that the correct word to use in this context? What does incensed mean here? What? A kid in the lab? Hold still so we can catch you, kid! No! That's absolutely not what you tell a child. I don't care if you are straight up criminals. You don't say that to children. Hold still so we can catch you. Okay, C-Dot's all good to go. So after this battle, we'll head out. But for now, we fight. Ah! let's see. Yeah, we'll just do Return and Shadow Wave again. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure Shadow Wave is not a physical attack, so it won't be affected by Growl. The Return is. Okay, well, that confirms it for you. If that ain't hard proof that Shadow Wave's a special attack, I don't know what is. Bird, can you do anything other than use Growl? It's getting annoying. Oh, thank you for that critical hit. That was necessary right now. These are criminals, by the way. Using a songbird. The songbird and everything. Hey, Griffin, just briefly watch you play a game I haven't played on the others call. Oh, snap. The minor mole is in the TikTok chat. That was unexpected. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Metal Claw and Corsola, and then Shadow Wave for now, but then after that we'll do Bullet Seed. Definitely was unexpected. Ha 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 ha. It's very weird because like the TikTok chat shows up in my multi-stream window, but does not pop up in the chat window. So like I do see you, but it won't pop up on stream, unfortunately. Not that a few extra extensions, and I'm not willing to make that work. Not the bubbles, though. Okay. Let's do Metal Claw and Bullet Seed. Go. Yeah, unfortunately, Teddy Ursa's attack has gone down by 3 stages, so not gonna be able to do much. But Bullet Seed's still special. And Corsola's quad weak. So, 2 times is all we needed. God, I love Corsola's faint animation. It's so caught off guard. Beaten by a kid? Yeah. Beaten by a tiny child. I'm busy. I'll let you go today, so go home without any fuss, okay? I'm not good at battling, but now it's not time to be telling you that. Oh yeah, we have to fight both of these idiots. I forgot. Coffee. I don't know. Like, are you the most? Are you like the coolest guy in the break room? You're either the coolest guy or the most annoying guy in the break room, because people will be like, "Oh, coffee's in the break room, everyone," and then they walk in, it's just this idiot. That's the best I got for you. Shadow Wave. All the faint animation are great. Sad we don't see more personality from animations in other games. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see. Return one more time. And Shadow Wave. Because Dust Tox is a more potent threat at the moment. Not that Wingull isn't trying. Why are you going after Kung Fu? Alright, perfect. That should do it. Yeah, just keep at it. Oh, come on! Hey, I got your Pokopia. Team set page. What do you mean you got my Pokopia Steam set up? Paige did want you to try it quite a bit. What did you just do, Ryan? Check Steam. I have Steam app on my phone. Let's see. Oh, God bless. God bless you, Ryan. For those of you who don't know what just happened, Ryan has provided me a copy of Dragon Quest Builders. If you're not aware, Dragon Quest Builders is it's basically the precursor to Pokopia, because it's made by the exact same people who made Pokopia. So let me just double check that it went through successfully. Yep. Dragon Quest Builders has been added. That is pretty cool. Indeed. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yeah, Paige really wants me to play Pokopia. Okay. Come on, Kung Fu. Work with me here. I realize there is an obvious out to this, but that's not the assignment here. Like, what I prefer to try to challenge myself a little bit here. Bro! Quillfish, you have other options. Thank you, Cupfu, for getting back into the swing of things. And of course, you get a pointless critical. I want you to stream that and put Pokopia as the game. It'd be hilarious. Oh, that would be funny, actually. That would be really funny. That would be funny. I'll think about that. I'll think very hard about when and how I would do that. I'll pretend I never saw you. Scram already. Oh, you know what? I already got a plan. I've already formulated a plan in my mind, but I won't say it. So Seedot can be purified. So a couple things I want to do. I want to heal again. And I just want to do it from here because it's relatively close. And we're going to head out. And I'm going to rework the party members just a bit. Okay, where is Houndour on this? Okay, I need to take the left elevator to get out. Love the Cipher Lab thing. It is good. It is a good theme for an area. I especially it wasn't ruined in Pokemon Coliseum because as soon as that alarm goes off, you never hear it again. Well, except in one specific room, but even so. I'm gonna do this. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot Namel's charcoal, too. What is Z in this case? Oh. It's R. Yeah, so one thing to note, since I'm addressing it, so that Namel I caught earlier is holding a charcoal item. Charcoal boosts the power of your fire type moves by 20%. So if you're raising a fire type in this game of any kind, definitely be sure to catch that Namel, because it is 100% worth your time to do so. We need to go to Agate. Okay, and let's purify Seedot. It's so smooth. Why is it so smooth in this one particular part? Not that the rest of it isn't smooth, but it's... Am I just crazy to think that it's more smooth here? Well, in any case, got the move Giga Drain right away. Very nice. Seedot also got Refresh, and as all other cases with Refresh thus far, Seedot does not normally get Refresh. 19. Oh, what's this? Seedot is instantly evolving the moment that we get it purified. Let's go, chat. Seedot even have time to be a purified Seedot. Instantly evolved into Nuzleaf. Let's go. Nuzleaf wants to learn Fake Out. Short term, it'd be interesting. Long term, like, we're not doing anything competitive here, so we're not gonna do Fake Out. And Nuzleaf got a ribbon. All right. Any suggestions for a Nuzleaf? Big Out is great in this game. Well, stun one, focus down the other. That's true, but if I change my mind, I can always I gotta change my mind later. Fun fact: the term Nuzlocke came from Nuzlocke Lock. It was used in an old series called Harlem that eventually became what we call Nuzlocks. You suggest Lock? Okay, that works for me. We're definitely not doing a Nuzlocke either way, because doing a Nuzlocke in this game would be suicide. You'd never get through it. Like, is it theoretically possible? Yes. Is it remotely worth it? No. Especially because, like, you don't have any control over the pacing of, like, what Pokemon you get. Like, imagine if you did a Nuzlocke and you only were allowed to catch the first Pokemon you encounter in an area. It'd be madness in this game, because, like, the first Pokemon you encounter in certain areas is always going to be that same Pokemon every time. The Cipher Lab's one thing, because you get a choice of 6 in any order. But yeah, half our current team right now is female. One's genderless and 2 are male. So I'd say overall, regardless of how you view things, we are winning. Feel like a Nuzlocke XD would ignore the 1 per area rules because of that. Yeah, but even so, there's too many factors. There are way too many variables that are outside of your control. Even if you did disregard that specific rule. Especially since we are firmly establishing that the Pokemon we're facing, like, they have egg moves on their team. It's not just like the basic level up moves. Like, even Feebas, like, had access to Light Screen. Alright, RD idiots, what do you got? I'm busy, I'll let you go to dance, so go down any fuss, okay? To learn fake. Sadly, Shifter can't learn fake out. Okay. Well, I'll get some Poke coupons. Plus, I still have full control as to when Nuzleaf evolves. This is no place for a child to be sightseeing. Back to business. What's up, Morbit? Honestly, I can't make fun of a way in any other way than what I heard Gelpocalypse say, which was like, you come up with a joke that's a little too much on the dark side. That's a Morbit. Alright, we need to get Lotad off from the field right now, and let's Shadow Blitz Spoink. There we go. Gee, a lot of Pokemon I need to be mindful of. Let's get rid of Staryu then, because once again, Staryu's a problem. Oh boy. Okay, well, that really sucks. Half of what makes Shift Shoga is that you can evolve the second you find a Leaf Stone. True, but we don't have access to a Leaf Stone right this second. What game? A wormhole. We're playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is a Pokemon GameCube game that was released on Nintendo Switch online as an expansion pack a couple days ago. So we're playing it right now. And for the record, this is being played on the proper Nintendo Switch Online deal. I know the capture is in 4:3, but that's because I cropped the capture to take out the side stuff because I just didn't want it there. I found it too distracting on the capture. This gives you a much bigger shot of everything. But as you might imagine, it was very tedious to make happen. Alright, Morbit has been defeated. There's no place for battles, too. Well, hey, listen, I'm not the instigator here. Letting in a child like this unchallenged. What is wrong with Cipher security? Are you not in charge of it in any way? Also, yeah, there was pretty much no point in going in this room, I'm pretty sure. No, wait, there is. 3 super potions, let's go. Okay, let's go here. Let's check one thing here. There's a box here that I missed. Great Ball. Okay, now what we can say that we have proper access to Great Balls. Not that we technically didn't have it before with Cuppy's pickup, but still. Oh, here we go. Where do you think you're going? Stop that scurrying around. Okay, I think it's at this point where we find another Shadow Pokemon from Mr. Cabol over here. What are these names? God, Cabol. All right, normally Carvanha would be very problematic against a Namel, but Carvanha's a Shadow Pokemon, so we're fine. We just need to focus on our main thing here. So let's give Carvanha a lick, and then oh, Namel can use Dig. Very fortuitous timing. Oh no. Anyway, funny part of weird names is that it means someone named their child that. Oh yeah, no, it's so the logistics of that is just weird. They looked at this infant child and was like, I'm gonna name it Cabol. I'm gonna try lick one more time. I know it's basically the same amount, but if I can get off the paralysis, it'll be worth it. Nope. Why did it try to use Thundershock on Namel? Never mind the fact that it was underground. Thundershock wouldn't have worked at all anyway. God, so stupid. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna try. Just to see. Just to see if this works. It's not impossible. One, two. Okay, no. And Cupfo's got knocked out again. Okay, well, at the very least, now we can bring out Lux Sword and deal with this a little bit more effectively. All right, Tail Whip is also AoE in this game. I forgot. Makes a little less sense than Growl, but whatever. All right, Thunder Wave, Carvanha, and then Shadow Blitz Psyduck again. Come on! Critical hit, super effective Shadow Blitz. Give me a break, Gabe. Okay. Let's go round. Two critical hits. Hey, quick question. Does that make the game easier or harder? It says AI being random make the game harder. I'd say no. I can definitely see why some people may consider that harder if the AI is unpredictable, but in a lot of cases, the AI is just stupid. I think it is a little more intelligent than Pokemon Coliseum, and like the intelligence does certainly get better later on. It's just early game, the AI is just a little random. 1, 2, 3. Congrats on not being a speedrunner such Nuzlocke. They hate this game for that. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a game to speedrun. Like, if you have the if you have the patience to speedrun this, good for you. I don't. Like, I'm doing this purely as a casual, fun playthrough in celebration of the fact that it's here. Okay, there was a colossal mistake, but all right. All right, I'm gonna do this just because of where we are in the battle, because this is really cute to show off. I just hope I don't regret this. Nope, it's just doing spiel again. So look at this. It claps his little hands. Yeah, it's so cute. Okay, there we are. And that takes care of Cabal. Go right ahead. Feel free to wander. Look around. Well, thanks. You have destroyed half my team, so I need a heal again. God bless. At least they have a healing area in the middle of this dungeon. So it's not too bad. Yeah, based on where we're looking at in the time, we can... I know how much we can get done here. All right. Down here, or rather up here. All right, nothing over here. Need to go this way. The left. Little boy, what are you up to? You shouldn't get into mischief when you're visiting someone else's place. All right, I'm pretty sure she does not have a Shadow Pokemon because it technically is optional. What's up, Froggy? Jigglypuff and Chimecho. Funny, that random for a casual means something getting saved by them using a terrible move. And for experts, it's the hardest challenge. Yeah, you're right. It really is just a matter of perspective. Also, Jesus, that Jigglypuff icon is scary looking. Please don't afflict. Okay. Come on. That's definitely a Cupfu. Yep, that is a Cupfu. And later on, it will evolve into Urshifu. Can't you see that? Okay. Takes care of Chimecho. Cupfu got to level 18. One step closer to becoming an Urshifu. Oh, God. It's funny because I'm currently playing through a fan kit where your starter is a Cupfu. Nice. That is actually a pretty cool Pokemon to be a starter. Given that, much like Eevee, its potential deviates depending on how you raise it. Oh, boy. I'm pretty sure we have an awakening, but even so. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because the call command can act as an awakening. So even if Teddy Ursa falls asleep, I'm pretty sure I can just use a call command to wake it up. Oh, come on. Alright, come on, Namel. If you do it quick enough, Teddy Ursa won't fall asleep. Because that's how that works. There we go. Didn't someone raise you properly? How'd you come in to make a mess of our place? Well, listen, I'm not setting off earthquakes or anything. They're the one throwing these random balloon Pokemon at me. Which I just realized was the whole theme of her team. Full heal. Except Dunsparce, which ironically popped balloons. Pretty sure Dunsparce doesn't inflate, right? Okay, pretty sure one of you R&D idiots does in fact have a Shadow Pokemon. Phew! I never thought that Cipher's big man would deign to show up here in person. I saw him in the real flesh and blood, and he's menacing. The sight of him gave me shivers. Master Greevil's supposedly making a personal tour of all of Cipher's facilities. I think he wants to confirm that everything is fine so he can proceed with his plans without ending up with a fiasco like last time. What? Who are you? You suspicious intruder? How long were you there? You might be a kid, but we can't let you walk out. Alright, Klotz. That just it's such a clumsy sounding name, Klotz. Oh, Kecleon. Kecleon's an interesting Pokemon to fight, especially because, like, you don't really see Kecleon as a Pokemon you get to fight all that often in the actual mainline game, so being able to fight it here, it's a real treat. So, how to best do this? Well, let's see with Snubbull first. I guess my current setup does not really enable me to show what makes Kecleon interesting. By a different Pokemon out, it would be better for this. But in case you're curious, no. Using a Shadow move on Kecleon does not change its type, despite the fact that it's color change. The Shadow moves are, like, in some technical aspects, they are, in certain regards, considered question mark type moves, which was a thing in this generation. However, that does not make Kecleon a question mark type. Shadow moves in general are programmed differently. Ah, there we are. So yeah, he does have a Shadow Pokemon. It is Shroomish. So now we're gonna change the approach here. Get Kecleon off the field, and for now we're just gonna use Shadow Blitz on Shroomish. Shadow is super effective on non-Shadow, not super effective against every other type. Right. I'm only speaking in terms of, like, ties with respect to the context of color change. Because theoretically, it should do that, but it won't. Hitting every dual type for a quad is brutal. I'm not sure if it's super effective against dual types. It's not quad effective. If your Pokemon die, can you heal? Yeah, I can heal. I absolutely can heal. Let's do this. I want to say a Metal Claw should not knock out Shroomish. Yeah, that was a critical hit. We're fine. Okay, well, that's fine. It's a reasonable step here. Yes, here. Fan games just make a shadow type with no weakness or resistance, and offensively is super effective against non-shadow types. Yeah, that's it's interesting that they, like with this game, they actually made the change from just neutral everything to super effective, because in Coliseum, the only shadow move that exists was Shadow Rush, and that particular move was just neutral on everything. Okay. Let's use Return on Kecleon and Thunder Wave on Shroomish. Because again, it does work this way. It was hilarious to give every catchable Pokemon in the game a recoil move. I remember Pokemon Void had Void Pokemon and Void types, which are exactly the same as Shadow, with the only difference being that Void Pokemon can't be cured. Oh, interesting. Alright, we're going to do Metal Claw one more time, and then I'll throw another Pokeball. Given the amount of damage that Shroomish took from his critical Metal Claw, I'm not worried that another Metal Claw would knock it out. But I'm hoping at this point that we can just get Shroomish and then we're done. 1, 2, 3. Uranium did the same thing with its type, but it was also weak to everything. Yeah, I remember the nuclear type was super effective on everything not nuclear, but weak to everything not nuclear. It's an interesting concept. Are you really a kid? Yes? Well, I guess I'm not. Did you maybe come to rescue Crane? Don't bother trying. You don't know how scared Lavrina is. She's in charge here. Can be. She looks cute and all, but she's nothing short of terrifying. Get out of here while you still can. It's for your own good. Alright, got the ID card? Yeah, Pokemon Void is more serious than most fans. Well, you're not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm only research here. I don't battle. For someone so seemingly scared, yeah, we do have the battle expertise of champions. That's very true. Which is why I didn't teach Chelsea Fake Out. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and use a heal machine. Why did I leave? Did not mean to leave. Okay, we have a couple more Pokemon coming out. I know what's coming at this point, so I'm actually going to swap my team around. Not even just one champion, we're probably better than every canonical trainer. Even Tobias? I guess technically if we're better than Cynthia, then we are canonically better than Tobias, because Cynthia's better than the Sinnoh Elite Four, and either one of the Sinnoh Elite Four defeated Tobias, or Cynthia defeated Tobias. So, yeah. I guess based on that slightly backwards logic, we are better than Tobias. Who's Tobias? He's the guy who defeated Ash in the Sinnoh League using a Darkrai and a Latios, and ultimately nothing else, because Ash did not even approach defeating him. You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon into a Shadow Pokemon against their will. Please, won't you help us stop this Shadow Pokemon plan? Join us and help us save Pokemon. Professor Crane, I understand what you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Whoa, you! Aren't you the kid I saw at the Pokemon HQ lab that time? Griffin? Is it really you, Griffin? Are you trying to tell me that you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Crane? Oh, I forgot that trainer's name. Fair enough. It's too bad. I'm still a member of Cipher. I can't very well let you folks go, now can I? As for you, you snapped my Teddy Ursa for me that time. I'll give you this, but you've got guts to come here alone. But I'll fix you good so you'll never get out again. I remember he used Darkrai as his Omon in the entire series. In the finale, Ash may have used a second Pokemon. Yep. All right, so we are fighting Nats one more time. It has a Murkrow and a Rhyhorn. And I have two little balls. Anyway, Water Gun, Rhyhorn, die now. Please change conversation. Shadow Blitz. Peck. Dang it, Namel. Why are you doing this to me? Goodbye, Charizard. For those of you who do not know, before Gen 6, Charizard and Rhyhorn had the same cry. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be using Mud Slap. Like, if I want to use a ground type move, I have two ground types right now to do that, so for the immediate moment, I'm going to keep Charm. Okay, Slack Off. Does not have good stats. Would any trainer be able to participate in any Uber's battle, or would they be too busy panicking to give commands? I think that, like, realistically, in a situation like that, you have to kind of consider what the writers want to see accomplished. Because I have seen, like, animations of, like, Uber trainers fighting anime characters, and it's really funny. But it's also, like, it's not meant to be taken seriously. So, it depends on how it would go. But I think that I'd say at least 8 times out of 10, they would panic. Okay, I would like to at least try to get the call command before Namel inevitably faints. So, there we go. What? We do fight Legends casually. Way too casually. Why did I use Body Slam? I had Aurora Beam. Oh well. Oh, and Slack Off loafs around. Yay! No consequences. Let's do Water Gun and let's get Namel out. As good as Namel is, it's not going to be helpful in the immediate moment. It's going to die. So let's switch out to Cosmic. I love Beldum's hitting effect. Yep, saved by the 100% random AI. Yep, definitely. I think it's also, I mean, part of it was that Slackoth was using, no, Namel would not have been knocked out. It wouldn't have been knocked out this turn either. They both went after, God bless. Okay, let's try to get Beldum off the field this turn. Or at least, you know, get some more chip damage in. Hit animation is great. Sock off the looking around. Okay, round's done. Coliseum Legend for attack bait. I basically skip an enemy trainer's turn. Oh yeah. Okay, Thunder Shock and then Psybeam on Slackoth. Let's go. This will assuredly do it. From what I understand, even the boss AI chooses a target randomly, but I think they are the optimal move on that target. Alright. Well, either way, Naps is done. Alright, Luxor grew level 19. We are in a good spot here. You're good, punk. Professor Crane, you folks don't have the foggiest notion about how big and scary Cipher is. It's not smart to resist. If it has an earthquake, the answer is always earthquake. You can go about the poor abused Pokemon and all, but you should think about your own selves. That's my advice. Griffin, did you really come here by yourself? That's amazing. But it's dangerous here. We better get out right away. My worst fears turned out to be true about Cipher. They weren't wiped out. This is just one of their bases. But the details can wait. Things can get complicated if they return. Let's get out of here quick. Okay, Crane's in the party. Very nice. Grab this. Okay, there's a leaf stone. Okay. I'm 100% eating my words now. But, regardless... I thought the leaf stone came later. Okay, so right here, very volatile position. Do not try to go up there to heal. You'll instantly regret it if your team is hurt. So you want to go back over this way and use the other healing machine. Yeah, hey, look, the leaf stone. I know! Go to Mount Battle and get some freaking coupons. I'm full of so much regret right now. I am eating my words. Yeah, I know it's a little out of the way to do a full heal, but trust me, it'll make sense in a second. Yes, you can just turn on a final stage Evo for this fight. Yep. That would have been nice. Okay. What game is this? This is Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. One of the games that came out on the Switch 2 Online's kind of expansion pack earlier this week. And this is a really fun game that I enjoy playing. Released 21 years ago. And it's a good game. I love this game a lot. Okay, we know what's coming up here, chat. Well, I know what's coming up here at the very least. So... I'm going to have Luxor at the front. I'm not going to risk anything with Namel. So, here we go. Time to get back in Valley Girl character. Man, 21 years. Damn, cool. Never see it. Enjoy. Oh, hey, you. You see Crane out? Lavrina, this child is here. He's the intruder. Oh, wait. I so have not heard about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Crane is so going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy. So please be a nice boy and don't disturb us. We're going back to the HQ lab. Stand aside, please. Going back? Seriously? You are so joking. This happens to be where you work from now on? After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You so are the key to our plan. XD001, the ultimate Shadow Pokémon that can never be purified. Stop that nonsense. Do you seriously think that I would help you to do something that horrible? Oh, that Naps. He so must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Little boy, maybe you can convince Professor Crane. You should so tell him to study our XD001. You see, our plan is to make Shadow Pokemon that can never ever be purified. XD001 is our first prototype. So, when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that be just peachy? But we so need Professor's cooperation for our plan. So please, sweetie, can you please ask him nicely to help? No. Oh, how nasty. You silly boy. You so won't help me with XD001 either? Oh, you'll be sorry now, but you will so understand. A little hurt is so persuasive. Cipher admin Lavrina would like to battle. Here we go. Starting off with Love Disc and Beautifly. The thing to kind of know about Lavrina, and it's not immediately obvious, but it'll probably become apparent shortly. Lavrina's strategy mainly revolves around trying to debilitate your team. Notice that she's got a Love Disc on her side. We want to try to get that Love Disc off quickly, because if we don't, we're probably going to use Attract. We are slightly under-leveled for this, but she's also running a Love Disc, so I'm not too worried. With one specific move. Listen, her strategy escalates further as we fight her in later attempts. So right here, we're just kind of getting a little taste of debilitation. Okay. Later. Sorry, I'm getting notifications on my computer. It's like, oh, you want to update the 4K downloader? It's like, we not do this right now. We not do this right now. Okay, Love Disc is fainted. Electros. I wish. I wish Electros is in this game, but hey, at least it's got a Mega form now, as you are no doubt aware, shiny Mega Electros. Alright, that takes care of Beautifly. Oh, and I didn't even properly acknowledge that Roselia is out, but more importantly, she has sent out a Delcatty, and it's a Shadow Pokemon. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Aurora Beam on Roselia and Thunder Wave on Delcatty. It's important that we get this Delcatty paralyzed, because Delcatty has got a pretty nasty attack if it is able to get it up. Unfortunately, we were able to prevent it from attacking this turn. Unfortunately, Luxord was seated. I love Roselia's attack receiving animation. It's so good. Okay. I'm pretty sure Delcatty can withstand one Thunder Shock. So, I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're totally fine. Okay. We're less fine now. I love canonical height, Roselia. You right. I mean, you are right. Like, that is absolutely canonical height, Roselia. All right, Namel, I guess you are getting your time today. Oh, there it is. Yep, Shadow Rush. It's an improved version of Shadow Blitz. Very, very powerful physical attack. Nope. Nope, no. Okay, Delcatty is right within the range that I want. God, Roselia is being a problem. Roselia being so sassy is funny given its height. Yeah, absolutely. It's hilarious. Namel! What? I guess it doesn't matter because Luxord's gonna die. Well, at the very least, we don't need to worry Oh, not anymore. Okay. Lock, go. Swear to God, don't bring it up. All right, let's do this. Nope. Ember, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and use a Great Ball on Delcatty. It's paralyzed and in yellow health. I think we should be able to pull this off. All right, 1, 2. Nope, not quite. That's smart. This Roselia is giving me a lot more trouble than I thought it was going to. Jesus Christ. Restoring more HP than Namel can take. Namel, you are tanking the Shadow Rushes very well. All right, one more time. Come on, Delcatty. One. God. That didn't even count as a 1 properly. This is a problem. This is really bad, actually. Uh-oh. Might need to cut the greed and give up on Delcatty. Try one more time with the Great Ball. I'm just trying to minimize the number of times I have to redo this. Also, there's definitely some lag there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, do not give up. Never give up, chat. All right, we're good. Roselia is evidently... What? It was actually optimal. Quad, like that was properly optimal. What's going on? All right, Cupfu, if you don't mind. Okay, we got it. So at this point, let's just deal with it. Are we sure the AI is random? Roselia is being pretty optimal here. It's doing exactly what it ought to be doing. There's only Delcatty that wasn't being optimal, all things considered. Okay. Oh, wants to learn Fake Tears? No, that's not worth it. I do like the animation of Fake Tears, though. Like I said, bosses choose random target, but optimal move for that target. What on earth? How can you be strong? Okay, well, we got Delcatty. Oh, I hate to say this, little boy, but I can't beat you right now. Master Grievous will be so cross on me, but that's okay. I'll let you owe me this one time, but you have to promise you will think about my plan next time. If you see XD001, I'm sure you will so want to help me. I'll so be waiting for you. Lavrina. Griffin, you have grown tough, haven't you? In fact, I'm amazed how much stronger you've grown in this short time. Guess we'll be relying on you even more from now on, Griffin. Now that we know Cipher is back, we need to move quickly. We have to come up with ways of stopping them. This time, let's really head back to the HQ lab. First, let's grab this. Got a data ROM. Here, may I see that? All right, let's see here. So maybe something important. We'll take it back and analyze it. Okay. Oh, and if you think things have been a little tedious and inconvenient to navigate before, boom! How's that for convenience? We're instantly back. That level of convenience is never going to happen again, though. Thanks to you, Griffin, I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. So 50-50 if fire type targets your grass or water type, but it'll always use a fire move in your grass. Fair enough. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I learned a few things when I was in that desert lab. First and foremost, Cipher hasn't disappeared. The fact that they're still around is alarming. Worse, they're making more Shadow Pokemon again. And worst of all, they're trying to create the ultimate Shadow Pokemon, one it's impossible to purify. Cipher must be plotting world domination using Shadow Pokemon as their weapons again. Really odd AI. To counter Cipher's new Shadow Pokemon conspiracy, Director Lily, we did it! The Purified Chamber is finally completed! Oh my. Oh, what fantastic timing. It's finally finished. Lily, thank you. Thank you for pulling everyone together so capably in my absence. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's all go have a look at the Purified Chamber. Let's. Oh, Namel can be purified. Actually, this would be a good time. That's actually relatively good timing because now we can demonstrate the Purified Chamber in all of its effectiveness. Take a look. Good look, Griffin. This is the Purified Chamber. Griffin, your father and I designed it 5 years ago and we were motivated by the Shadow incident. If evildoers were to create Shadow Pokemon again, we wanted to be able to save them ourselves. Griffin, your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together our Pokemon HQ lab. Griffin, if your father were here, I'm sure that he would be delighted. While I was gone, everyone seemed to have rallied around Lily and made things happen. Okay, Griffin, we'll have you lead the way. With glorious history of the Purified Chamber, we'll begin with you. Alright, but first, if you'd be so kind as to briefly explain how the Purified Chamber works. Alright, let's get through this quickly. Certainly. Okay, Griffin, listen closely. The Purified Chamber is a facility in which Shadow Pokemon undergo purification through contact with regular Pokemon. Purification is conducted on what we call a set. This is where Shadow Pokemon comes into contact with regular Pokemon. In the center of the set, one Shadow Pokemon is placed. Up to 4 regular Pokemon can be placed around the Shadow Pokemon. We have 9 those sets here. That means we can efficiently purify up to 9 Shadow Pokemon at the same time. There's one thing you need to be careful about. Purification won't proceed if you place only a single Shadow Pokemon on a set. Purification can only happen if there is at least 1 regular Pokemon on a set with a Shadow Pokemon. The number of regular Pokemon placed the Shadow Pokemon and their compatibility are key points. First, the number of regular Pokemon. The more regular Pokemon you place with the Shadow Pokemon, the quicker purification is. Next, the compatibility of Pokemon. Compatibility depends on the types of the Pokemon involved and the directions they face. By adjusting these factors, you'll likely see differences in purification speeds. If you need details, I'll be happy to explain it later. But right now, I'd like you to check the sets out. The Purified Chamber status is on standby. System status is good to go. Step on that circular plate, a holographic image of the Pokemon involved in purification will appear. This is way more complicated than just showing you the picture. Well, it would if there were actually some Pokemon in the sets. When you're checking at the hologram, you can zoom to individual sets. Any selected set, you configure things as you see fit. Control panel will appear for you to pick the Pokemon you want to place on the selected set, position them, and so on. But if you bring some Pokemon, Griffin, you can place them on sets. Don't worry, figure it out when you actually try it. Picture is so much simpler. Yes, it is. Hello boy. Okay, let's clarify. First of all, I want to do this, and it'll make sense in a second. I'm gonna put Namel here for now. And next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here. All right, let's edit this. So first of all, let's work on a Shadow Pokemon that we want to purify. So we're gonna set a couple of them up. So first of all, based on what is available here, let's do Shroomish. Okay, we're gonna put we're gonna put that in set 2. Okay, so we're gonna place a Shroomish right here in the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Crap Corpse. Oh, nope, that is not set up the correct way. Okay, I have a better one in this case. I forgot which way it needed to go when it came to going out, but... So let's do this. So, Houndour here, Crap Corpse here, There we go. So this gives us a flow outward from Houndour and into Crapcorpse. And the immediate moment, we don't have a whole lot of options of what we can work with, but we can do this for the time being. Put this here, and at the very least, that will create a slightly faster flow with Bug being super effective against Dark and Dark being neutral against Bug. Once we have some more options, we'll be able to create a much better stream. The easiest way to do this, if you're like not sure how to arrange things, is there is a way for you to get Hoppip later in the game, and that will enable you to do some more interesting stuff. But for now, let's not worry about it too much. Instead, let's just do this next. So we're gonna put Namel inside of set 3, and oh, it has to be one regular Pokemon in the set for the purification ceremony. Okay, interesting. Then I guess I will put Crapcorpse with Namel. Okay. God's grass flies me to everything. Yep. All right, we're not good. All right, Pokemon ready to open its heart. So, since Namel is ready to open its heart, let's use the Purify Chamber to purify Namel. Namel has opened the door to his heart. Namel will regain the move Takedown. Namel will regain the move Charm. That's its unique move that it can't otherwise get. Namel was elevated level 15. Namel was elevated level 16. And Namel obtained a ribbon. I'm gonna go with this as a name for Namel. I'm only having the E on Dakeem here because Namel's female, but if you know, you know. Alright, so Dakeem will be transferred to the PC. How'd you find the Purify Chamber? Using this system, it's possible to purify many Shadow Pokemon at the same time. Oh, also, you can access the Purify Chamber from any PC. Be sure to try that feature. Now the issue is how Shadow Pokemon should be recovered from Cipher. Looks as if you'll have to get busy with some more with the Sand Machine, Griffin. Alright, well, I guess I'll just do that. Oh, speaking of Cipher, Lily, have you made any progress with that data ROM we brought back from Cypher's lab? Oh, yes, I've asked Datan to analyze the contents of that data ROM. It should be ready soon. Griffin, could you go upstairs and ask Datan how he's doing? Datan is the man in the room next to the director's office. Remember, he was compiling the basic data? Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. Oh, Jovi, it's okay. This is for work. God bless. Ha ha ha. Seeing Jovi and her balanced energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyway, I wonder what's on that data ROM. Oh, Jovi, there's no stopping you. Please, Griffin, go ask Datan how he's doing in his office upstairs. Okay, I will do that, but it's actually something else I want to do entirely. Funny that fire flying is weak to ground here. Is it? Oh, right, in the Purify Chamber. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it does not make any sense, but... All right, we're gonna put this here, get a flow going here for Houndour, and once we get some more normal Pokemon, we can make some stuff happen. So here's what we're gonna do. Only needs to be good against one of the two types. You're right. So at the immediate moment, there isn't too much else I want to do. I don't want to make any more story progress because I've been at this for a while. I know that the current stream time doesn't reflect this, but that's only because of technical problems we had earlier. So here's what I want to do, because I need to make up for my mistakes. Here's what we're going to do here. How much do you need? I just need to know how much. 1,000. Okay. I'm going to do this here. Feared if we're going to do Mount Battle, get some Poke Coupons. Let's take a sec to work on just purifying Shadow Pokemon, because the first round is very simple. Actually, I'll keep yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah, and the current stream is almost 2 hours. Okay, let's... Yeah, so let's do this. First round should not be that difficult, but I am gonna put these two in the front. I really like how I encourage you to try many different teammates to purify everything. What to do, what to do. It's finally started. I have to calm down. I just have to do everything that Vander taught me. This is no different than the previous instance of us fighting her. It's the same team as before, but now we have different Pokemon that we're going to be working with here. And yes, even though this is a proper battle challenge, they do allow us to use Shadow Pokemon. Because why would they not? Shadow Rush is going to be our friend here right now. Pretty sure, like, either Shadow Rush is base 6 or base 90 power, but I want to say it is base 90 power in this game. Let me double check. Shadow Rush. Shadow Rush, not Shadow Tush. Okay. Well, she at least remembers the fact that she lost me before. $55, not 90, but still. It's basically 110, given the fact that it's super effective on everything. Okay, Shadow Rush, Shadow Blitz, let's go. Being universally super effective carries you that much. Yeah. Ouchie doodles. Okay, that's 2 down. God bless. Coliseum has a 90 normal attack. Takedown that worked on ghosts. Yeah, that's basically what Shadow Rush was in Pokemon Coliseum. It also had a very high crit rate when the Pokemon was in what was then referred to as Hyper Mode. Oh good, Carvana got Scary Face back. That's gonna be really helpful. Shadow Rush! Also, why, like, correct me if I'm wrong, why do you only have one Pokemon? Like, we're at the point where double battles are guaranteed. There's no way to get this far without having two Pokemon. Why would he only have one? Yeah, no, let's see. I love that fun old man is a trainer class, giving everything you could to catch a recoil move with a bold decision. Critical hits, super effective Shadow Rush. Not good. Bold. Very bold. You're very good. You must be a bit my Shroomish. Thank you for specifying. Like, what is with these trainers using one Pokemon? Did I miss the memo here? Okay, let's go one more time. Shadow Rush. Youngster, in your case, I would think that you could breeze through higher areas. Also, having a fight with the lowest catch rate in this... I've had the lowest catch rate in this series. I've had that thing faint on me when I did nothing but throw balls each turn. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah. Coliseum had some roughness to it, to be sure. At least as far as just catching certain Pokemon. Suicune was the worst for me. Like Entei and Raikou, I had like very little issue with them, except with Camerupt being an ass. But like Suicune proved to be a big problem. Like I exhausted everything I had. Guess what was even worth times a warm-up? You darn right it wasn't. Like, I have 4 other Pokemon I haven't touched. It's just a mid-boss with a catch rate of 3. And catch rates are way worse in this gen. Yeah. Alright, shut up. Let's... Oh, good. Delcatty got a tracked back. I'll definitely use that. Ah, protect. The one thing that actually prevents you from losing instantly. As well as quick attack. And unfortunately, you do not get a free pass. Okay, Shadow Blitz on Inkata, Shadow Rush on Pineco. Go. Critical hit, super effective. Shadow Rush, let's go. Really? It's an Incada. It's so bad. Oh, but it does have that advantage on us. Okay. All right, that's number 4. No, that's number 8. Oh, no, I was thinking 4. Okay. Welcome to Mount Battle. If you manage to beat me, you'll be facing Vander, the area leader. It's gonna be really awkward fighting Vander because it's like, hey, I saw some shady characters. You know what's going on? Well, I sure do. Let me show you what those shady characters were up to. Chikorita. One of the most insanely difficult Pokemon to get in this game. Like, it's madness what they expect you to do. But you can get a Johto starter in this game. Heck, you can get all 3 Johto starters if you're that dedicated, but oh my Jesus, it is hard. You can? Yeah, so if you do a Mount Battle challenge from like floor 1 to floor 100, you get a Johto starter Pokemon. And if you do another full challenge, you can get another one. And if you do a full challenge again, you can get the 3rd one. Now, there's no reasonable way you're going to do that before the main story is over. Just because of how the levels escalate in this game to such insane degrees. But it is possible. I remember getting all 3 Johto stars back in the day because I could. You are crazy. Hello, John. Welcome back. All right, Carvana, let's call, and then Shadow Rush. Last game, they gave you a legendary. Yeah, no, Coliseum is a worthwhile reward, but it's also like... Is that Pokemon? Yeah, it's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Coliseum, you technically had to clear Mount Battle less times because you had to clear Mount Battle once with your, like, in the story mode, and then once in battle mode without changing your team. And bit 100% of the game, including purifying all the Pokemon. So it's debatable as to which reward is more tedious. I'd still say Coliseums is more tedious. What is my favorite color? It's situational, but I would say as a whole, probably blue, the safest assumption. Also, I just love that Amanda just straight up has the same music as Lavrina that we just faced earlier. Mostly getting everything purified is hard. The balance challenge is fine. Yeah, it's just the in battle mode it's a little tedious. I mean, not that it isn't tedious in the main story either, but more so in battle mode because you have to manually input your team like in the exact order you want every time. It's just annoying. Uh-oh. Okay. So, guess worth pointing out since this has happened now. If a Pokemon gets knocked out while it is in reverse mode is undone. So, it's at least worth pointing that out for the sake of it. Isn't it a 20-minute walk not accounting for trainers? Yeah. Yeah, and I've done the walk because in Pokemon Coliseum, when you get to the very top of Mount Battle, you have the option to be teleported back or manually walk all the way down if you feel so inclined. And I did that once. It's so long. Bravo! You're cleared Area 1. Congratulations! Here, you should have these Poke coupons. Take them. I'm sure that you can win your way through the higher areas. Keep working at it. Yep, we just have to keep doing this a bunch more times. The subsequent areas do provide... Okay, we got the Macho Brace for completing this area. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of grinding. Area 2 begins here. It's still like spring training in baseball. Anyway, go Cyndaquil. Hey, Griffin, I like green stuff. I like Pokemons. You like green Pokemon? Do you like the shiny Pokemon that end up becoming green for some random reason? Why? Again, why are we using Pokemon? Like, why are you using only one? Like, my guy, you have the option to have two. Macho Race is great. Throwing out anything you plan to keep becomes so good late game. You right. Ha! One Cyndaquil's not good enough for a battle. Alright, he's only started. You better keep on your toes. You'll say something? Alright. Well, keep it clean. Does NPCs can't unless a boss? Don't what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Pop! Oh good, Delcatty has now gotten into reverse mode. So disconcerting that I didn't even have a proper reaction to, like, my voice is cracked. All right, that worked through a good chunk of its deal here. The weird thing about listening to the normal training music, because I can't not hear it, there's a leitmotif that plays in this particular battle that also plays in the title, not title screen, but the like the game intro demo sequence that they have. I can't not hear it. And I actually love that game demo thing that they have, because it goes so hard. I don't remember all the rules of reverse mode. Coliseum, did it make Shadow Rush always crit? It's either always crit or have an extremely high crit rate. I don't believe that it's 100% crit rate. But I think it does severely increase the odds. Let me double check. Okay, according to Bulbapedia, this move and Pokemon Coliseum, this move has a 90.625% chance to get a critical hit if Shadow Pokemon is using it in Hyper mode. More specifically, it adds 90% chance Shadow Rush will land a critical hit, similar to additional effect. So, yeah, so more likely than not, it will land a critical hit, but it's, I mean, it is either 100% or it's not. And in this case, it objectively is not a critical hit. But not guaranteed critical hit. As we know, it is not best to do something with the Shuckle, but all you're gonna do is withdraw, which should be fine. I guess Shadow Wave would probably be best. Not like it matters at this point. All right, there's that. Okay. Hardig is up next. One of the funniest studies I saw was seeing a human lose to a rat at a button press challenge. Interesting. I guess the rat just wanted it more. Don't have the will. Don't have the will to rat. But an 80% chance to get cheese, 20% to shock. Oh, hell yeah. No, listen, when the rat wants the cheese, and it does not care what needs to happen to make the cheese happen. It will take the risk. It will accept the risks if it means the cheese. I'm not surprised you won. Humans kept trying to predict when it switched. Rat just accepted 20% full rate. Well, I guess we'll be waiting for the next challenger. It just goes to show, humans got 64, rat was 80. Yeah, that is just like perfect statistically what it is. God, the hunter kind of looks weird. Like, maybe it's just because of how it's rendered on the Switch, but kind of looks a little off. Anyway, Shadow Blitz, Shadow Rush. Oh, God. I think it's best to use bites at this point. I'll tell you what's more embarrassing than losing to a rat a button pressing game. Losing your starter Pokemon to a rat in a Nuzlocke before you even fought an actual trainer. But I mean, who would that happen to? All right, Carvana cannot be purified, so let's do this. Let's switch in. Let's switch in Mareep, actually. I think I just forget that, like, because, like, Mount Battle has, like, different colorations for some of the trainer classes. I think that's what's throwing me off. Oh, Platinum Kaizo, yes. Platinum Kaizo? What are you talking about? I'm talking about Minor Mole's Nuzlocke of Pokemon Fire Red that he did a couple weeks ago. he lost his starter Pokemon Bulbasaur to a level 3 Rattata in the wild. He hadn't even fought a single trainer aside from the first fight at the start of the game. So, yeah. It was very rough. They let you wipe against your rival before leaving the select screen. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's ridiculous. He not only lost his starter Pokemon, but then he had caught a Mankey and then lost that. So he had to deal with Brock using a Beedrill and a Pidgey. Now the rule says it starts when you have Pokeballs. So they put Pokeballs in your starting inventory. Bro! Oh my god, that's brutal! Oh, that's so mean to do that in a Kaizo. Like, okay, again, stop with these singular Pokemon. Like, it saves time for me, but God bless, people, what are we doing? Okay. Like, I'm sorry, did I miss the memo? Why are people not using 2 Pokemon? This is the game? Streamlines to 100% Gauntlet. Okay, fair, but still. Just like... It's like, my understanding was that every battle in the game is supposed to be double battles. It's just like, sometimes they make this Pokemon in the early areas just single. Okay, Shadow Rush, let's go. Ah, man, okay. Similar here, it's Blight 20 are actually useful. Yeah. Okay, I don't think it matters that Delcatty is burned. It's still enough. What actually really helps kind of speed things along is that Shadow Pokemon don't... to be fair, it's pretty hard to get Pokemon over the lack of wild Pokemon. That's true! That's very true. It helps when you're doing this with Shadow Pokemon, because with Shadow Pokemon, you don't have to deal with the EXP bar animations at the moment. So I can just plow ahead and just pretty much just keep spamming my Shadow moves until either they die or I die in the process. All right, Shadow Blitz, Shadow Rush. God, Togepi's fan animation is so sad. That's why we love it. Oh no, not Leer. Anyway. All right, takes care of that. Oh, good. Reverse mode is triggered again. Okay. Hi there, I'm Adolf, the Area 2 leader. It seems Area 2 is too easy for you. That's all you have to say? Okay. Okay, we need a call and Shadow Rush on Wingull. Yeah, that's very efficient. It got rid of a whole bar. Weird. Mudkip slightly grew a little blurry. Okay, Thunder Shock. Well, they both have Electro type attacks. Just notice, Delcatty has Shockwave in its moveset. Oh, I forget. Does Delcatty have Normalize at this point? I need to check. Pretty sure it doesn't, but could be wrong. Hold on. No, it's Q-Charm. That's what I thought. Oh, come on. At least we're able to make effective use of that. God, are you kidding me? Come on. Come on, Marie. Okay, thank God. And Mareep's grown to reverse mode. That's alright. Normalized next gen. Really odd. Why did they add it? Titty isn't even the main story for any other region. I guess they just wanted to find a way to kind of make Delcatty stick out among other normal types, which, to be fair, Normalize is a very good ability. The main thing that Normalize is like really good for is well, basically it guarantees that any move will be stab, but also like Shockwave can catch your opponent off guard because it would be normal type. Entrainment Normalize is amazing. What is TM09? Okay, so we got Water Pulse. That's nice. Okay. This is where it may become problematic to continue. But we have to. Because I'm pretty sure it, like, the difficulty just spikes. Like, just to an insane degree. But I'm gonna try. The number relates to the level. Once again. Screw you, game. Screw you hard. 27. Yeah, it's a lot higher. Nope, we're going to be grinding in the first two areas to get what I need. Level 27 Raichu with Thunderbolt. Yeah, I was expecting 21 as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Mount Battle's level progression in this game is brutal. It gets so hard so fast. Like, this is not even the only steep level curve. Like, it gets bad later. Well, there's a clear point where you go back to the main story. No, we need to get Fake out. The reason I'm doing this, I have to get 1,000 coupons. So there's no good way to do this right now. Besides, at this point, like, I'm not doing any more progress in the main story tonight. It's this or nothing else. Because, like, once we get in deep in the next segment, it gets deep very quickly. Because that's where a lot of different mechanics get thrown at us. And I don't want to do that today. So I think we'll do, we'll just finish this battle off. And then, we'll rerun the first 2 areas real quick just to get the coupons. And then we'll be good. They are so cruel for doing it like this. Oh my god. Okay. When in doubt, return. Yeah, you're darn right you got some EXP out of that. Whoops, done like dinner. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be as simple as by... Yes, back to reception counter, please. Okay, let's do this. Gulpin, Delcatty. We're gonna do it new over. Again, once we deal with this matter nice and quickly, we'll be done and we won't need to worry about it anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna spam Shadow Blitz and just to throw them all in the garbage. Keep on grinding. Yep. That's what we're doing. Mainly because we need to get Poke Coupons. It's literally the only reason. Us purifying the Shadow Pokemon we have on hand is just a side bonus of that. Just remember where the Shadow Ball TM is. 1,000 is in the end. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. 1,000 is just what we need to get the fake out move. Also, I'm pretty positive that there's another way to get the Shadow Ball TM, but let me double check on that. Let's see here. Snag him hideout. That's late. Right, but I mean, reasonably getting to the amount of battle points that I need, like in an efficient manner, like, is it worth it just to not have to wait till Snag him hideout? Because, like, the Pokemon in Area 3 are already comparable to what you'd find in the Snag him hideout. Again, let's just worry about getting fake out today. Let's not think too hard about the long game here. I know what green Pokemons are there. I only want to hear like 3 only green Pokemons. Okay. Let me pull up my Podex and we'll see what we can find concerning green Pokemon. There's a lot of different filters that I can put here. Their boss leads a fast Lecha that's only a few levels above Raichu. Okay, So, shiny Bulbasaur is all green, the Machoke and Machamp are all green, Dragonite's green, Mewtwo's green, Tangrowth is all but entirely green, Hydreigon is part green, shiny Electros is green. I say it's slow, I don't judge. Jeez, Jolteon's green, the Kabuto line's green, Poliwrath is green, Cantonian Muck is green, Spearinthera are green, Nidoqueen is green, Sandshrew is green, Teddiursa and Ursaring are green. Well, when they're shiny. A lot of shinies, green variants. All right. Yeah, Area 1 and Area 2 are too easy, but Area 3 is way too hard. Level progression in this place is madness. I remember, do you hate a Pokemon? Like, only one that's the worst? In terms of Pokemon that I, like, actively hate, I would say, Grumpig is a Pokemon that I really actively despise. I just don't like it. I'd never have had a good experience dealing with Grumpig. Every single time I ever have to fight one, it's the same experience of me just barely being able to not beat it in one hit, and then it gets off some really annoying move that debilitates my Pokemon and makes the process of defeating it take way longer than it should. Plus, I don't like how snarky it looks in some of its official art and sprites. Although credit where it is due, I do feel bad that in later gen games, it's the coloration of Grumpig got way worse. Not that it's solely for Grumpig. There are many Pokemon that were made worse when they shifted from sprites to 3D models in Gen 6. But Grumpig was really bad. I mean, it's not even close to being the same coloration. He had nice, real good, vibrant colors for Grumpig in Gen 5, and then, nah. And what if they upped it again and make the hate Pokemon good and nerfed not one shiny thing? I still probably wouldn't care for it that much, because it kind of took away what made its pre-evolved form interesting. Because Spoink was kind of really its own big thing, but Grumpy is just like, I am that, now I have pearls. But you had like a pig, Spoink was interesting because it had a pig that was bouncing on its tail all the time, and it's really cute. Also, Grumpig doesn't really work because when they made the change to the physical special split, it actually got made worse because it kept wanting to use physical attacks despite the fact that its better stats are special based. So they did nerf it in Gen 4, but only offensively. Oh, man. Okay. God bless. What? Why? You just took yourself out! Why did you do that? Are you serious? Oh, you wrecked my strategy! What was your strategy? You blew yourself up! You're so stupid! Oh good, Gulpin cannot be purified, and Mareep cannot be purified. Brilliant. Been a nice stream, but I gotta head to bed. Good night, Griffin. See you, Berdane. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate ya. Yeah, once we deal with this grinding suffering, I'm gonna save hard and then I'm gonna rest harder. So since I have a very important day of recording tomorrow. Oh yes. What's game night? Good question. I didn't have anything specific in mind for this week because I was again, I've been so like dead set on trying to deal with the matters concerning my big move next month. Has not really crossed my mind what needs to happen. So let me see here. Check one thing. Been over a month, so we'll probably do orange juice. Okay. All right. Yeah, so probably, unless like there's just a huge demand for something else, probably 100% orange juice. We did get some new characters recently, so we do need to address those in game format. And by we, I mean me. There we go. All this just to relearn Fake Out, by the way. This is so stupid. All right, 200. Now I just need to do 10 more. I want to make one quick modification, though, to the party. Just so we're being as effective with my time as possible, because Spinnerack is still not cleared for purification. So let's put Spinnerack out so we're at least being effective with our time. Oh, critical hit. Let's go. All right, let's go. Oh, I just noticed that his knuckles read good. I did not notice that. Was that always a thing? No, there's no way. Well, if you're just gonna force my hand here. God, so tedious. Shadow Rush, Shadow Blitz, let's go. It withstood Shockwave? There goes that one. Just a few more. We're almost there. We're inching ever closer. Just 5 more to go. And then we will be done. She doing... Nope, nothing going on. Interesting. Oh, this is because I didn't accept fake out. This is so dumb. Thank you, Eckhart. Save me a little time. There we go. All right, Houndour in the Purified Chamber is ready. Bodybuilder Delph is wanting to battle. Really? It got back in reverse mode? Oh boy. Okay. Kind of pointless to burn me at this point, but that's all right. Two more. One more. Then we are done with the stream for the day. We near the end of our suffering. The end is nigh, for Eldof will finish us off. Okay, Shockwave and Shadow Blitz. I actually should have done Sentinel Beam. Thinking about it more, but that's alright. Okay, there. Took way, way too long. Alright, so Abra's gonna teleport us back. Oh. Locke isn't even in our party right now. Fake out. All things considered, I'm probably not going to be using refresh in the long run. If I do need to get rid of a status condition, I have items, so I'll get rid of refresh. If this were a case of these Pokemon being able to be transferred over, might be different, but all right. All right, Locke has learned fake out. Now let's do this. Okay, let's be sure we're saving. Okay, I think that's going to be it for tonight's stream. We've gotten a lot of progress done in the game. We got through the first major kind of arc of it. Professor Crane got kidnapped. Shadow Pokemon came back, but we got Professor Crane back. And we've gotten several new Pokemon in the process. So Sunday, we will be having another stream of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications if you have not already done so. And of course, as always, be sure to watch my continued Let's Play of Pokemon Arc Gold, because I worked very hard on it. And there were some good episodes that came out this week. So definitely worth giving it a watch in general. So thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Good night.